Standing Simmer here today, and welcome back to the channel for another update of my current household, which is the Goth family currently. Now, I say my current household because it is my current household, but there actually is more than one of them. I've been updating you here recently on both my lyrics challenge and the Goth family kind of concurrently. Actually, I only did that 1 week, but you know. I have since ended the lyrics challenge, and this is currently my current household, but I'm about to start another one. That's beside the point. I just wanted to let you guys know that I do actually play more than one current household at one time, at least at the moment I am. So in case you see another current household update go up in the future, then that's what that is. They are two separate current households, but I am playing this one kind of as a chill, casual, fun, you know, no rules based type challenge, and I've really been enjoying it so far. But before I just start sitting here and rambling on a pause screen, I want to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about the couple sitting here in front of you. You guys recognize them, of course, as the iconic Mortimer and Bella Goth, and you guys really should watch the last current household update to kind of get an idea of what I did with them to begin with, and also for an introduction on their family, because I'm actually going to be jumping around a lot to different households in this update video because there are several households to jump into at the moment, and I don't want to take up too much of your time with just rambling. So, as I mentioned, Bella and Mortimer Goth, they are currently the only two members of this household. It's just, oh my gosh, it's just them, guys. As you know, if you saw the last one, they have 4 children, and all, of course, are still living. They just have different households and families of their own at the moment. Currently, Bella and Mortimer both are elders, and of course, Mortimer did become an elder slightly before Bella did, because Bella was pregnant 3 times, first with 1 single child the first 2 times, and then twins the 3rd time. So I don't have a ton to like talk about with their household specifically, because a lot of the story elements come in with their children, who I hope to show you a little bit later on. But I am going to tell you a little bit about what their careers are, what the progress on their aspiration is, and such, and go from there. So I told you guys before that I have never played with this big happy family. There's a little bit of a spoiler there on her aspiration here, but I've never played with this big happy family aspiration, at least to completion, before, but we have done that now, and I'm currently level 3 of 4, and honestly it looks like the only thing I have left to do is to have one more grandchild, and I will complete. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. We need to get on having some more babies, guys. But yeah, so Bella is doing very well in her aspiration. She's nearly completed it. I think in the last update, she was unemployed because she was kind of trying to, she was really trying to be a good mom to her 4 kids. And since they had the funds for her to stay at home and raise them and take care of the house and all that good stuff, she did that for a while. But she is actually about to head off to her job as a, in the social media career at least. She is, I think, in the personal relations branch. I could be wrong on that, guys, but yeah, so she's a community manager, which here in a second I can tell you as soon as she gets to work. I hate that she's going to work and like leaving us as here in the middle of the episode, but it's, or the update, it's not a big deal though, so no biggie. She is currently level 5 of the social media career, so she's doing really well. So she started this one from the scratch. She like worked from the bottom up, and so she's done really well for herself there. So as far as Mortimer's aspiration and career, unfortunately, I've just never really done anything with this Renaissance Sim aspiration of his. I should have probably given him the writer one. That would have fit a little bit better, because he's done very well with writing. He has maxed out the writing skill entirely. As you can see down there at the very bottom, writing and cooking both are maxed for Mortimer. And as far as career goes, he is level 9, and he's about to get that last promotion that we need in order for him to be level 10, which I'm really hoping to do before he dies. He's lived a good long life, 211 days. A lot of those I have, of course, played with him. Now, real quick before I like jump into another household, because once again, there isn't a ton to update you on in this household. Again, the story aspects come in with a lot of their kids and all that good stuff. Oh, my alarm's going off. Whoops. Okay, guys, sorry about that. I'm recording really early in the morning, and I typically get up before my alarm, but today was also the case in that regard, so my alarm just starts going off. Whoops. Okay, so, gosh, what was I saying? Oh, I have switched the lifespan to long, which I did when their first and eldest daughter moved out of the house. I thought it would give me a better chance to play with a lot of the households that I had planned to without having to worry about rushing too much from household to household. So yeah, that we are on a long lifespan. So they have lived, well, they've lived long, lived a good long while. And one other note I would like to make is that we are currently in spring. I started off this save file in spring when I first got seasons in the game, which has only been a couple of days ago now at the time of this recording. And Bella and Mortimer have moved into this pretty little blue house. I am still like I mentioned in the last episode, playing in the Simsy save file, the Simsy starter save file, and this is one of the houses there in Willow Creek. And so we are experiencing spring in Willow Creek, but it is going to be summer here pretty soon, which is kind of cool. So beautiful, beautiful area. They no longer live in Oasis Springs because they really didn't need that big old house anymore after their kids started to move out. So it's a decent sized house. They've got a couple extra bedrooms just in case the grandkids come to visit. But with that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and leave off chatting with you here about Bella and Mortimer's household, because we have 4 households to cover in this update, which I really hope to be able to get through in a decent amount of time. So as far as creatism goes and showing you their outfits, I'm not actually going to do that in this video, because when I first got Seasons, I went through and gave their entire family, which I'm about to introduce you to, a Seasons makeover. So that should be going up tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, because I didn't want spoilers on the channel before I updated you guys on the family. So if you guys would like to see what their outfits look like and all that good stuff, and what they look like in a more close-up sense, then definitely check out that video coming tomorrow. So yeah, guys, that is the Bella and Mortimer Goth, the OG household. I think that's actually what I have them named as, is the OG Goth or something like that. So here real quickly, I'm going to go ahead and jump into their eldest daughter's household, and we'll meet her family. Alrighty guys, so we are on into our next household, and this is the household containing Mortimer and Bella's oldest daughter, Blair, who of course you did meet in the last episode, or gosh, I keep saying episode, it's an update, whatever. So you did meet her in the last part that I updated you guys on with this family. She was a teenager, so she probably looks somewhat similar to what she did then, but she also has had a bit of a makeover in that time as well. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys a little bit about what we've done with her since, you know, things have happened. She's actually living here in the city of San Myshuno, where it is raining. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh, apparently our bills are about to cause our power to be shut off. Well, whoops. Okay, so guys, you can see down here that she has a bit of a family going on here as well. So, gosh, you guys know how bad I am at multitasking probably by now. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this on pause some of the time so that I can get through some of what I want to tell you guys about these families. But so last time we spoke, I told you guys that Blair had a couple of really good friends that she was friends with ever since she was a child, actually. And they were Paxton, I think his last name is Giordano, whatever. Very nice name there. Paxton, and then Max Villarreal. So obviously the relationship panel is kind of a spoiler as to what has happened. But at the time, she wasn't dating either of them, but she and Paxton were a bit of a romantic interest. They had their first kiss, I think, at the Bluffs or something along those lines at a dance party. And they were really starting to get kind of like cozy up together, all that good stuff. But yeah, so she and Paxton actually dated for quite a while, all through their teen years and then a little bit into their young adult years as well. They actually shared an apartment together over in San Myshuno at a smaller apartment district as well. I think they were in the Spice Market or something along those lines. But anyway, so they did date for quite a while. They were actually very close, very in love for a while. And then when, this is also kind of a jumping ahead of myself just a bit, but when Blair went to the wedding of her brother, who you will meet him and his family here in just a bit, but when she went to their wedding and saw how much they loved each other, she really kind of called to mind how much she truly loved Max instead of Paxton. She and Max had been good friends ever since, again, they were children, but she and Max were always closer than she and Paxton were. Oh my gosh, I just can't, guys, I just can't. So this is Max Villarreal. I never really know how to pronounce his last name, but it's Villarreal. He lives on the 64x64, or lived, that is, on the 64x64 over in Windenburg with his dad and his siblings. And this is that same Max. So he is, he's a pretty cool guy. He is, like I said, they've been in love ever since they were kids, essentially. And Blair just didn't really realize that until she was a little into her young adult years. You know, it took her some time to realize that that's really what she wanted. But, oh gosh, Max has to go to work. Go to work, Max. What in the world? Okay, thankfully Blair doesn't have to go to work, it looks like, today. So she can stay home with the kiddos. So yeah, so Max and Blair started dating not too long after that. She did break it off with Paxton. Paxton is a good guy. You know, guys, we do not hate Paxton. He did not do anything wrong. Paxton's a good guy. But at the same time, she just realized that, you know, you can't live your whole life with someone if you don't really care about them the way that you should in order to be in a lifelong relationship. So she broke it off with him, but they're still pretty good friends, as you can see. Like, their friendship suffered just a little bit, but not too bad. And then she talked to Max. She met up with him, talked to him about how she felt, and thankfully he still felt the same way ever since they were kids. And they started dating and moved over here to I think we're in the fashion district of San Myshuno. This is one of the Zenview apartments. And then shortly after that, they found out that that she was pregnant. And so then she had, oh gosh, she's cute. Okay, so then they had 2 little twin girls. So twins apparently run in the family because Blair has 2 younger sisters who are also twins. So they had 2 little twin girls, both of whom are very, very sad at the moment. Poor little buddies. Why is she even sad? Oh, she's sad because Max went away. It's okay. He'll be back, girl. It's fine. All right, so guys, this is one of the twins. Their names are escaping me at the moment. Let's see. I think this is Paisley. Yeah, this is Paisley. And then we also have Sydney over here as well. Oh, they're both so sad. I'm sorry. Look at the rains pouring down outside. That's a real sad thing right there. I'm sorry, girl. He'll be back tonight, I promise. So yeah, oh gosh, they're both crying. That's so sad. So as far as this apartment goes, I did renovate this apartment. It is not on the channel or anything like that because I've kind of been keeping the builds that I've done for this family to myself. Like I haven't recorded half of them, to be honest with you, and I've just kind of enjoyed doing things like this off camera. But if you guys want me to start recording some of their stuff in the future as far as builds go, just let me know. But this was a lot of fun to put together. I really like the way it looks. And so yeah, they have a really sweet love story. I'm just totally infatuated with them as a couple. Again, they are just currently dating. Like they're just boyfriend and girlfriend, I believe. Yeah. So they're not even engaged. They're not married or anything like that. I don't know if they ever will get married. They very well might, but either way, they have 2 beautiful young daughters, and they're very happy. So super excited about that. Blair has the party animal aspiration, and she's only on this first tier here. I've never really done this aspiration before. I might change it to be something else at some point. I don't know yet. But as far as her career goes, she is in the politician career. She's currently level 6. She's in the charity branch, which I thought just kind of fit her well as a person. As you can see, she is about to level up and get her next promotion, which is super exciting. She has a ridiculously high charisma skill. She's currently level 7, and she's kind of dabbled in a few other skills there as well. As far as Max goes, he is in the secret agent career. He's level 3. So when he came into our household, he didn't have a career at all. So we just kind of got him in the secret agent career. And they have a reasonable amount of money invested in this apartment. Their household funds don't reflect that at the moment, but their furniture is really expensive. And I have a feeling that Max is going to have an inheritance coming at some point as well in the future, especially when his dear old dad dies. That's awful. I don't mean to sound so awful, but yeah. So Max has some money coming into him just because of his family and all that good stuff. So I think they'll be very well taken care of as far as that goes for the rest of their lives. And little miss here, let's see, I forget what traits we've given them. So they'll be children here pretty soon because we're a long lifespan. Again, we're 13 days away from their birthdays, but she has the silly trait. This is Paisley. And then little Sydney has the wild trait. And once again, with this generation, as I mentioned in the last update, I have kind of been letting a random trait generator decide the people that my Sims are going to be to some extent. I mean, I take it from like when they're teens onward, but then like kind of the earlier traits, I tend to like randomize just to kind of see what happens. And that's been kind of fun so far. So yeah, guys, here we are, San Myshuno, living in a large city apartment. I imagine they'll probably want to move to a house at some point and kind of really get settled with their family. But for now, the apartment life is working for them. So I feel like I'm rushing through some of these updates, but I also kind of have 2 more families to cover. So, oh gosh, don't even care. Well, goodness, whoops. So yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave off Blair's family right here, and we will jump into the next household, which will be of her brother and his family, who I mentioned a little while ago. But yeah, in the meantime, oh gosh, I've just loved this family so much. I've loved so much bouncing back and forth between the branches and kind of playing them as my heart sees fit. So yeah, guys, I'll go ahead and jump into the next household and introduce you to Ian and his family. Alrighty guys, so we are back in Ian's household, and this is not Ian, this is Ian's wife, just in case you're wondering. But unfortunately, because of my poor timing, Ian is currently at work, and their daughter needs to go to school. She's actually very late for school. So I'm going to leave the game on pause here for just a second as I talk about them. So, oh gosh, what in the world? I don't even know what he's wearing, guys. I did not give him this outfit, I promise you. Actually, you can see for sure for yourselves in the cast video, the makeover that I'm going to be posting tomorrow, like I said earlier. So this is Ian. Not a very good look for him. Hold on, let me get a look at him in her relationship panel. So this is Ian right here. Ian is very good looking, very cute guy. Love him a lot. He is in the scientist career, and I will talk about their love story here in just a second because they were high school sweethearts and it was so cute. Oh my gosh. But he is currently in the scientist career. He's level 8, so he is so close to maxing out his career, which is very cool because he's still pretty young. He's obviously not even an adult yet, and I will be aging the adults up specifically kind of on my own time. I don't think I'm going to go quite to the extent that this calls for, but still he's a young adult and is doing very well for himself. So Gosh, I think I've forgotten to show you the traits of some of the others, but anyways, Ian aged up with the Slav, vegetarian, and music lover traits. It's pretty cool because I'm pretty sure Ian was a child when I updated you guys the last time, so obviously a ton has happened in my game. But he and Betsy sitting here. Funny thing about Betsy is that her last name used to be Giordano, whatever, as well. So she is actually Paxton's sister. Paxton, of course, was the sim that Blair used to date kind of way back in the day, sort of thing. So Ian here and Blair, his older sister, whose household we were just in, almost married siblings, but that did not work out for Blair and Paxton, but it did work out for Betsy and Ian. So sorry if that's ridiculously confusing, but I just think it's kind of cool to make connections like that. So again, like I said, Ian and Betsy were high school sweethearts. They started dating when they were in high school, as the phrase would suggest, and they were just so ridiculously sweet. They had just this beautiful, budding, innocent romance, and actually to the point where I had them exchange promise rings when they were still teenagers, and then of course get engaged for real when they were young adults, like almost right off the bat. I feel like that was one of the first things that Ian did when he became a young adult, was propose to Betsy, and it was so sweet. And so yeah, they actually got married reasonably young, but because they really knew that they loved each other, they had spent like their entire high school years dating. It wasn't like a rush decision in their minds, and their parents were all very okay with it as well. So Ian and Betsy got married at this beautiful ceremony over in Willow Creek at the park, and currently they are the only of the Goth siblings to be married. So they're pretty sweet, pretty amazing. It actually also helped fulfill one of Bella's aspiration tiers to have a child get married, which was kind of perfect. And then what resulted from that union, well, first of all, they honeymooned over in Selvadorada, which was super cool. I had a really good time with that. They didn't do any like temple exploration, but they did do a lot of sightseeing and exploring the local cuisine and things like that. And then of course there was a lot of woohooing that went on as a result of that, and Miss Zoe here was born from that. They again not only got married fairly quickly, but also pregnant fairly quickly, and Zoe again was the result of that. And so Zoe is their oldest and only daughter at the moment, who is currently so ridiculously late for school, it's not even funny. But a cool thing about Zoe, gosh, I don't even know if well, let me tell you this real quick. Sorry guys if I'm all over the place, by the way. I've never had to juggle this many households in an update, and I'm super excited about it, but also kind of stressed at the same time. So forgive me if I miss something super important. I'll try to get my act together by the next time, but Betsy is in the culinary career. She is currently level 5, and she's done very well with her aspiration as well, which is to be a master chef. Well, very well, I mean like she's almost completed 2 tiers, but you know, she has a very high cooking skill as well. I'm not really sure what just happened to my voice just then, gosh, whatever. But she is nearly level 9 of the cooking skill, so she's doing very well for herself. I don't know this for sure, guys, but I may have them open a restaurant. I've never done that before in The Sims, and I feel like that would be a nice branching off from her like long work hours as a line cook. So we might be doing that at some point. Gosh, my ankle just popped. Holy cow. Okay, so that's Betsy. And then Zoe over here is super cool because one thing that will be different from the cast video to what you see now in my game is that Zoe was still a toddler when I did their makeovers in cast. So that will be one thing that's different between the video that you see tomorrow and today's video. So I'm sorry about that discrepancy, but she was kind of ready to age up, and I was excited to have a kid, mainly because I really wanted to play with this whole scout thing. So she has several scout levels as well. So she is currently level 4 of the scouts after school activity, more or less, and she has 6 of the 9 badges I think that she can get as a child too. So she's like rocking it. It's not even funny. She's doing so well with it, and oh gosh, I've just enjoyed that so much. Another thing about Zoe is that she is hot-headed, which is the trait that she aged up to get. And so she and her Aunt Blair, who you guys saw in the last household we were just in, are kind of probably going to become pretty good friends because they both have the hot-headed trait, which is kind of cool, I think. So I'm going to go ahead and send her off to school because it stresses me out for her to just be sitting here and to not be at school. But one other cool thing about her is that she ended up being a top-notch toddler, which means that she maxed all of her toddler skills to level 5. I don't know how that happened because I didn't even play with this household. Again, I'm not playing with them consistently. I'm playing with them and 3 other households kind of rotating. So, but she still ended up as this top-notch toddler, which means that she gains like all her skills ridiculously quickly. So guys, I think that that might be all that I have to update you guys on this branch of the family. This is the branch that I'm kind of affectionately calling the Goth Giordano, if I could pronounce the last name. You know, that branch, because her last name was Giordano. Technically it still is, that's just so I can make a distinction between their family and the others, but I feel like in practice she would have actually taken Ian's last name. I feel like that they just would have done that. But yeah, so they're super sweet. Oh my gosh, very, very loving, very much loving. Gosh, what are words? I don't even know. Loving their household. And they do live over here in Newcrest, by the way. This is a house, once again, built by Lil Simsy in her Simsy Save. And I kicked another family out to live here, but it's perfect for them because they have 2 bedrooms, which is all that they need. So they may be having more children at some point. Not sure about that, but either way, I love it a lot. So, oh guys, something I wanted to show you. I totally forgot to show you in Bella and Mortimer's house. Let's just turn on all the lights because they also have a similar photo wall. But I've kind of gotten into taking photos for this family. And, oh, there's like a piece of the garland sticking through the wall just there. Just ignore that. But these are photos from Ian and Betsy's wedding, actually. So the middle photo, of course, is of them in the wedding, you know, their wedding attire. Bella and Mortimer off to the right, as well as a picture of Ian with Betsy when they were teenagers, which I think is super cute. And then up on the top left is Ian with his sister Blair. And then down on the bottom left is the twins as they were in their bridesmaids dresses. So I can't believe I almost forgot to show you guys that because I'm super proud of their pictures, and I think it's so cute to have them here in the house. So, oh my gosh, guys, sorry that this update's gonna be ages long, but you know, again, 4 households, doing the best I can with that. We have one more household to jump into, and I'm gonna go ahead and take you ever so quickly into the final household that we need to get on looking at for this update to be complete, and I will see you guys over that direction. Alright guys, so last but not least is the household of the 2 youngest siblings of the Goth family. They are twins. On the left here we have Avery, and on the right we have Mila. Both of these girls were children, I believe, in the update that I had the last time. So they, again, you know, lots of time has passed since then. They're both currently young adults and looking super cute. I love them both a lot. So they're standing out here in front of their house in the rain for some strange reason. Pigeons frolicking behind them. I don't even know. They're both actually late for work as well. So once again, I'm going to kind of leave this on pause for just a second so that I can kind of show you what's going on. But they live in Brindleton Bay out here on the bay, more or less. This was used to be Ragdoll Refurb, so I refurbed Ragdoll Refurb. I did actually record the footage of this, but I haven't posted it on that channel yet. I'm not sure if I will, but the main reason I wanted to do this is because obviously they needed a place to live. The twins did when they moved out of their parents' house, but I also really wanted Avery to get into gardening. So I wanted this whole greenhouse thing out the back, which has a glass roof. This is the very first thing I did when I got the glass roof patch in my game. I had already built this and I knew I just wanted to add this later on, so that's what we did. And oh my gosh, so pretty, guys, so nice. So she has quite the garden out here in the back of her house. We've got both the indoor and the outdoor portion, and then she also keeps some bees out here, which are currently just totally freaking out, probably because of the rain. I might actually move them inside, I don't know, but yeah, so that's what's going on here. So let me go over their traits and all that good stuff so that you can know what's going on with them. So currently, as far as, well, careers go, first of all, Avery here is in the gardening career because once again, I knew I wanted to put her in that career. I was just waiting to get seasons in my game. But she started off in the scientist career like her brother. I feel like she thought that she would like the sciencey aspect of it more than she did, but she really ended up liking the gardener perspective of the scientist career. So she entered the gardener career instead, and she's currently level 3. It doesn't show you that here, but she just entered the career, and she was an A student as a high school student, so she's level 3. As far as her skills go, she ended up being a loves the outdoor sim, a perfectionist, and a good sim. We also have a couple of reward traits and all that good stuff as well. And then as far as her aspiration goes, she has the, this is like one of the outdoor aspirations. I feel like I'm going to give her the freelance botanist aspiration though at some point because I feel like that fits her a little bit better. And another note on Avery here is that she is currently in a relationship with, you guys will recognize this guy probably from Lil Simsy Save, but this is mega famous celebrity bowler Tommy Oaks. I just can't. Oh gosh. So they were friends right out of high school, I believe, if I remember correctly. And so they started getting together. They are currently dating, and they're soulmates, and they're boyfriend and girlfriend, as you can see. Super cute couple. Love them a lot. I'm not sure how serious they'll get. I imagine they'll probably get married, but I don't know that for sure just yet. So that's the relationship that Avery is currently in at the moment. And of course, as you can see, Tommy is living here with us in this house because it's a really nice house. We have a lot of room to grow. So there's a nice large living space, a nice outdoor area, 1 bedroom on the floor down here. But then we have 3 bedrooms on the upper floor, 2 of which are currently unfurnished, as you can see. So we have lots of room to grow. I don't think that they'll need to move out anytime soon, even if they start having kids and all that good stuff. So yeah, that is what's going on with Miss Avery. Now, last but not least, we have Mila over here, who is a super cool sim. As you can see, she's rocking this blue hair, guys. Like she looks real good with this blue hair. Oh my gosh, they're great. So she's rocked the blue hair ever since she was a teenager, actually, just to kind of set her apart from Avery just a little bit, I feel. She is in the detective career, and she's currently a detective. I'm gonna go ahead and send her to work because I forget which branch this is, and she needs to go to work anyway. So yeah, there we go. She is level 4 of the detective career. And then Avery, gosh, go to work, girl. Come on. Come on, come on. Oh, she's nearly about to level up there, which is cool. So the cool thing about, hold on a sec, I have not seen this yet. Oh my gosh. Yes, girl. Yes. Okay, guys, sorry. This is kind of like sending your child off to school for the first time. You kind of got to get a photo. And I've not yet seen her go to the gardener career. So there's that. But Mila, as we were just talking about a second ago, she is pretty cool sim. She is not really, well, let me show you her traits. So she's family oriented, but she's unflirty. And she's a bookworm. So she has the Jungle Explorer aspiration, I forgot the word. Jungle Explorer aspiration, which you can see we've completed 3 of 4 tiers of that aspiration. She's been to Selva Dorada a couple of times. What I like to say about her story is that she took a year abroad between graduating high school and getting her, grown-up job, quote unquote. So she has been doing a lot of exploring. She's been to Selva Dorada a couple of times, actually. A lot of the money that they have made is as a result of the findings that she has had in Selva Dorada, a couple of which are just kind of chilling up here in our extra room. Like, I feel like she would think that these are too valuable to get rid of, but also, like, she doesn't know what to do with them at the same time. So we've got a couple of those plates up there. As is usual for me in my current household updates, I will be popping in screenshots kind of here and there, and then of course there will be a ton of them at the end, unfortunately, because there have been so many screenshots taken with my gameplay. So I hope that's not too bad for you guys. But yeah, so as far as how Mila goes, is that she loves to explore. She's a very adventurous soul, but she also wants to have a family one day, but she's unflirty. So she's never actually been in a relationship. Like, she has no romantic interests whatsoever. Really close to her family, though. Her family members are just like the world to her. She loves her nieces and thinks that they're amazing. And she wants to have kids of her own someday. But the problem is, guys, is that Mila is actually unable to have children. Like, she has no... she's in Cass even, she is unable to have children. Like, it's not physically possible for her. So I feel like we'll probably explore the adoption route, possibly like a surrogacy route with one of her sisters at some point. I've never done that before, but that is how Mila will probably end up having a family at some point of her own. So guys, this update is so long. I hope you guys don't mind. Once again, if you have tips for how to streamline this process a little bit, let me know. But I'm gonna go ahead and probably leave you off right here. Oh, let me tell you a little bit about Tommy is in the athletic career, level 2, because I feel like that fit really well with his bowling skill thing. So, which he and Avery do go bowling from time to time. So I didn't want to just totally leave him out there. So yeah, guys, okay. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave off this update. Once again, so sorry it's ridiculously long. I hope that's okay. But yeah, stay tuned for the end if you want to see the screenshots and all that good stuff. Let me know what you think about this family and all that I've accomplished so far. Let me know if you have any ideas for the family and their progress going forward or any of that good stuff. I always love to hear from you guys, so definitely let me know what you guys think. So yeah, I really hope that you guys have an amazing day. Let me know once again what you guys think in the comments down below. Give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and I hope you're having the best of days, and I will see you very soon. Bye!
I'm your mind mesmerized.